Hey guys, Connor from the Ticket Stub, and you are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe, and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Hispanic Chamber Connection. This is a radio program that features and promotes members of the Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. The show is broadcast from Lone Star Community Radio in downtown Conroe and can be heard at 104.5 and 106.1 FM or on the internet at irlonestar.com, or you can watch us as a Facebook Live on the Hispanic Chamber's Facebook page. This program is sponsored by the Amel Agency, an executive partner in the Chamber and a full-service residential and commercial insurance agency. My name is Tom Brody. I'm Vice President of Membership for the Chamber, and our guest today is Erin Malwitz. She's a Thrive Life consultant, and we'll be hearing more about that in a few minutes. But Erin, thank you for being with us today. How are you?
Good, thank you. I'm excited to be here.
That's awesome. Real quick, tell us the best way to get in touch with you.
Best way is probably email.
Okay.
I've got a lot of kids at home, and so most of the time email is pretty good, but I will always return phone calls when you leave a message.
Okay.
But,
And what's your email address?
It's orderthrivelife@gmail.com.
Okay, very good. So we'll be talking with Erin in more details in a minute, but I just first want to describe the purpose of this radio program. The Hispanic Chamber Connection is one of the many benefits of membership in our chamber. So if you're a member and have not appeared on this radio program yet, please send me an email at tom@tombrody.biz, and we'll get you on the calendar. We've had a great response from our members this year, and we've had such a surge in signups that we are now booked through mid-July. So this is a weekly program every Tuesday at 2 p.m., so there's still lots of opportunities this year. So don't wait. So the longer you wait to sign up, the further out your future spot will be. So let's get this handled as soon as you can. We also have a radio show in Spanish on Thursdays at 10 o'clock on AM station 920, and that's also booked up through mid-July. So don't delay, for sure. As our president, Dr. Carlos, always says, the Hispanic Chamber has 4 goals in mind for its members: visibility, business connections, targeted education, and member advocacy. And I can think of no better way to fulfill all 4 of these goals than to have you and your business featured on one of our radio programs. We also have an email newsletter that goes out every week, informing our members and guests about upcoming meetings and events. If you'd like to be added to that newsletter, or if you're a member and you're not receiving the newsletter, please send me an email to tom@tombrody.biz. And if you have any questions that you'd like to ask our guest today, please text them to me at 713-906-3710. So with all that being said, Erin, tell us about Thrive Life. How did it get its start, and how long has the company been in business?
Okay. Well, Thrive Life is one of the best freeze-drying food companies out there in the market right now. So we are the most top leading and growing continually right now in the United States. And so it started in about 2006.
Okay.
And we started getting with the food shelf to help rotate cans. And we decided food that's on those shelves, we should probably taste good. And so we really ventured into the food market. And we've been able to make agreements with different farmers so that we can choose what type of food is going into our food. So we know where it's come from. We can know the quality of the food. So we can really give our customers the best from it. From there, it has grown drastically from 2006.
Wow, okay. So where is Thrive Life's headquarters located?
It's located in American Fork, Utah.
Okay.
And so I've been there several times in the warehouse. I've been able to even freeze-dried food at the facility with our president of the company and other executives. So it's a really great building. It's amazing.
Right, okay. So, and what part of the local market do you serve? I mean, do you have a specific service area?
So when I started doing Thrive Life, I really ventured out all over about Houston area and Dallas, San Antonio, and even ventured up into Chicago.
Oh, gosh.
Of really specifically trying to get families that needed gluten-free options. That
Okay.
helped them find a solution, because it had to be certified gluten-free for all dietary needs. And so I really focused on that. And with my kids being at home, it really helped to be able to kind of bring that back home. And so
Right.
now I'm focusing on Houston. Houston is awesome, and I love it here. And now this is where I'm at, and really focusing more on Houston here.
Okay. So you would go all the way up in Dallas and out of state? I mean,
Yeah, because the gluten-free industry is huge.
right.
And there's so many families that desperately are searching for food that works for them.
Okay.
And so there was a big convention that they would have, and that convention is very specific to certain areas of the country. Chicago is one of them, Dallas is one of them. And so many people travel,
Okay.
families, to find other new products that are being launched that can help their families.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, how many Thrive Life consultants are there nationwide? I mean, is it in every state?
It's in every state.
Okay.
It's all over Canada. Canada's booming like crazy.
Okay.
Because Canada can't get fresh produce year-round.
Really? Okay.
It's just the way the weather is, and they're not able to get produce. There's a big restriction on the line dividing from the United States to Canada, from the border control. So it's very hard for them to get a lot of produce. So Canada's just going through the roof, which is exciting. But Thrive Life, because it's an online company, it ships all over the United States, Canada, Japan, and we're going to start opening up other European markets as well soon.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. So, Thrive Life is more than just freeze-dried snacks, correct?
Yes.
So, can you briefly describe some of the other food items that you guys offer?
Yeah, we have a huge assortment of snacks. Meat and snacks, meaning not crackers or goldfish, the healthy snacks like fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
And we also have a huge dairy line. We have a great meat line, which may sound a little scary at first, but yes, freeze-dried meat. It's cooked. It's fantastic.
Okay.
We have a huge grain line with different rices and instant quinoa. We have sauces that are designed by our chef, our executive chef with the company. We also have a huge seasoning line and baking. Yeah, you name it. We got it.
That's awesome. So, for someone who's never heard of Thrive Life, how would you describe the mission of Thrive?
Our mission is to help families have a thriving life.
Okay.
And that may sound pretty simple and basic, but think of anyone with any dietary needs. Their eating is not easy.
Right.
And there has to be a lot of extra steps that these families need to go through, and we are trying to help them make it easy and simplified so that they can live better and that they can be healthier. I think it also ventures into helping families stay at home more and being able to have dinner at the table, to have more conversations at the table instead of being rushed back and forth and having to rely on fast food and takeout.
Okay. That's awesome. That's an awesome mission. So, what did you do before joining Thrive Life?
I think my life has always been in the kitchen.
Oh,
I
yeah?
have 4 kids, so I'm always in the kitchen.
Or in the laundry room, I guess.
Or in the laundry room. It ventures back and forth. But from starting food in the mornings, I began creating aprons. And so I had a sewing business. So I made aprons for toddlers and for young adults. And then those aprons, I ventured into creating a cookbook. So I created a cookbook for young adults leaving the home for the first time.
Okay.
So not knowing how to cook because mom's not there anymore. So I made a cookbook, and then I'm here with Thrive now. So I'm still in the kitchen, and it's where my heart is. I love it.
Is the cookbook still available? I mean, is it still published?
Available.
That sounds awesome. I mean, not being myself, I'm not a good cook. My wife is a caterer, so she can cook no problem. But I always struggled with that. So, what's the cookbook's name?
So it's called Many Are Called, But Few Can Cook.
Oh yeah, that's great.
So it intertwines with religion and reading your scriptures and giving you some meals too. So the bread of life.
Oh, very good. That is awesome. So I think I know the answer to this question, but what attracted you to want to become a Thrive Life consultant? I guess how did you find out about that?
So I had been using the products for about 7 years.
Wow. Okay.
But it was mainly for an emergency purpose. Like I knew I was in Houston. I knew we had hurricanes, and I felt like I should have a little bit of food on hand to be a little bit better prepared. But when my kids got sick of eating goldfish crackers and I got sick of them throwing away bananas from school because it went brown or, bruised, I said, forget it. We got to find something else. And so I came across Thrive again and sampled it. And I'm like, you know what? My kids would eat this. This is something that I don't feel guilty giving them. If my kids are eating a ton of peas out of the can, I'm fine with that. It's okay. So I became a consultant for myself. I'm like, this just makes sense. And now I just keep sharing it with other people because I love it.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. So I know you're a relatively new member with the Hispanic Chamber. So
Yes.
how did you find out about the Hispanic Chamber, and what attracted you to become a member?
So when I decided to stop going to San Antonio and Dallas and Chicago for traveling, because I wanted to be closer with my friends and family,
Right.
I started doing some networking research.
Okay.
And I went to a couple different groups, didn't feel welcome, didn't feel that they even cared what my name was, didn't remember my name.
Right.
And I was at a networking event that was kind of a waste of my time, I felt like, at the moment. And I saw Sabrina there, and she started talking to me, and we instantly connected because we're both busy moms that are working. We are outnumbered of how many children we have.
Exactly. Yeah, she's got 5,
She's
right?
got 5. I've got 4. We just knew each other like instantly with what struggles that we face with, because we still have to provide food for our families.
Right.
We still have that. And so she invited me to a luncheon, and I met you.
Mm-hmm.
And I met several other people. And what surprised me is that you still remembered my name, and other people still remembered my name.
Yeah.
And I was touched that we started the meeting with a prayer that won it for me. And so I knew I was supposed to be there.
Very good. Very good. So how has being a member of the chamber helped you in your business?
What were the statements that you said that the goals were
Oh,
for
yeah.
the chamber?
Right. The member advocacy, visibility, connections.
It's 100% what you're doing.
Okay.
Of just constantly supporting and making me visible. I'm on the radio. Hello.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And just being able to feel that support and now I want to do that support for your business and for other people in the networking, our commerce group,
Right.
their business as well. I want to support them. So it's really exciting.
That's awesome. So do you think being a member of the chamber has helped your personal and professional development?
Yes.
Yeah. How so?
I love going. I do have to get a babysitter every time we have these luncheons
Right.
and things, but I enjoy the ability that I'm able to grow personally, that I'm able to improve on skills maybe I didn't know I had,
Okay.
and maybe try harder. And I hope in turn that my children see that too, and that they are learning from what I'm doing.
Okay. Very good. So again, what's the best way to reach you? You mentioned that before. It was email.
So email's great. I'm always available through email, and I'll answer Facebook Messenger. You can check me out there. I do have a Facebook group. It's called Simply Healthy Thrive.
Okay.
I do a lot of cooking demonstrations. Really, I want to help teach you how to use this food. So there's a lot of different education stuff on there. I am very easily accessible through Facebook and email.
Okay.
Phone, sometimes I can't hear it with my kids. Sorry. But I will always return your call when I get it.
All right. Very good. So you said you have a lot of cooking demonstrations. Is that all on Facebook?
All on Facebook. I do monthly email letters to my customers and people that are just interested. So
Right.
you can click on that on the Facebook Live. Let me know. I'm happy to add you to my email list. But
Okay.
I love to help teach you different tricks. I'm always using the food every day.
Okay. Awesome. So have you got those videos on YouTube?
Some of them are. Yes,
Okay.
some
You
of
need to
them
put them
are.
all on YouTube.
Yes, I'm working on it.
Okay.
I'm working on it. Yeah, there's my daughters do some cooking stuff. They've done some classes. So
Really?
the Cooking Sisters, my girls do it
Okay.
too. So yeah, it's a
How-
big family business here.
How old are they?
I have a 10-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, and she's almost 4. So
And then the cooking sisters. What are
they're
their
my
ages?
older 2, but
Okay.
sometimes my 5-year-old sneaks in there.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's a little dangerous.
And so
when
how
the
many
5-year-old
people do they
sneaks
have?
in there.
Exactly. How many people do they have following them?
I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't tried, but they think in their minds they're famous, and I'm all
Yeah.
for it.
That's
When
awesome.
They're here, yeah.
That
it's
is awesome. Well, we've been talking with Erin Malwitz, a consultant for Thrive Life. When we come back, we're going to talk about how her company competes against the array of other meal prep offerings that have recently popped up. So stay with us.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show, with monthly and weekly slots available in Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
Path to the Plate is a research-based education program that helps consumers understand how their food choices impact their health by making the connection to agriculture. Learning about how food is grown and produced, and how consumers can make better food choices for themselves and their families, Path to the Plate is all about dispelling myths and misconceptions. Find out more online at pathtotheplate.tamu.edu. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
The Hispanic Chamber Connection is sponsored by the Amel Insurance Agency, located at 719 Sawdust Road, Suite 103, the Woodlands, Texas. The Amel Agency is a family-owned insurance agency that provides home, life, automobile, and umbrella insurance coverage. Since 2006, the Amel Agency has been a bilingual insurance service for businesses and private citizens in the Montgomery County area. For more information on the Amel Insurance Agency, please visit the Hispanic Chamber Connection at www.irlonestar.com/HCC. The Amel Insurance Agency is available by telephone at 832-525-5656 or online www.amelagency.com. The Amel Insurance Agency is a sponsor of this program, and the Hispanic Chamber Connection thanks you.
Welcome back. This is the Hispanic Chamber Connection, a radio program that features and promotes members of the Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. My name is Tom Brody. I'm the Vice President of Membership for the Chamber. If you have any questions you'd like to ask our guest, Aaron Malwitz, please text them to me at 713-906-3710. So, Aaron, when we broke, I said that we're going to talk about how Thrive Life compares and competes to some of the companies in the meal prep industry like Blue Apron, HelloFresh, Plated, etc. So why don't you tell us how you guys are competing with them?
So this is a huge market right now with these meal prep companies because we're busy and we need something that's quick and easy. We introduced our Simple Plate, which is our meal dinner meals that we have. We introduced those 2017.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So not very long ago.
Yeah.
And we have over 25 of them currently on sale. So we have two different sizes. One is a 3 adult, so 2 to 3 adult serving, or we have the family size, which is 4 to 6 people.
Okay.
And these Simple Plate meals they're prepped and ready. And so there's no chopping, which all the other companies you will have to chop.
Okay.
The benefit that we have by using our meal plate dinners is that if you can't cook it that week, it's okay because it's not going to spoil on you. They're prepackaged. I wish I brought one. I'm sorry
That's
that
okay.
you could see, but they're prepackaged. It's step-by-step cooking directions. The recipe's colored. It's gorgeous. And you're just doing step 1, step 2, adding water, saute the onions. Like everything is in there. So you don't need anything else out of your pantry besides like oil, or you already have that,
Right.
probably. And you can keep that shelf stable for 6 to 9 months,
Wow.
which is huge. You can't do that with any other company.
Right.
And it's still going to be fresh. It's ready when you need it. So you can keep it in your pantry. And if you're stuck one night, usually dinner's done within 20 minutes.
Wow.
So
That
it's
is
really,
awesome.
it's great.
Yeah. So what do you think is the biggest challenge you have to overcoming, I guess, education with the consumers?
I think people are so confused of what freeze drying is.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's so foreign. And we have to remember the way we stored food before World War, we didn't even put it in cans. That had not been invented yet.
Right.
That we store foods in just cans. And now all of us have canned food
Right.
in our home. And so this is another way of preserving food. But this is not new. This has been around for ages of freeze drying. It just is a new concept that people I think, get confused over.
Yeah.
But it's coming in and it's becoming more popular. I've seen it at H-E-B. I've seen it at Kroger. I've seen freeze-dried food even at CVS, if you can imagine, in their snack aisle. So
Yeah.
it's coming around, but knowing where your food comes from is important.
Right.
Knowing like how it was preserved is important. How it was grown is important. And we know that. And you can't guarantee stuff from CVS of where that freeze-drying food was was produced.
Right. So do you have, I guess agreements or connections with farmers all over,
Yes,
or a
so-
certain part of the country? Or?
So we don't do any work with China because we can't verify any of the food there. So
Right.
nothing is from China.
Okay.
Our bananas come from Ecuador. Our Fuji apples come from the United States. Our peas come from the United States.
Okay.
Some of our other foods come from Germany and Peru. And so we have our agreements with farmers around the nation and country, just not China.
Mm-hmm.
And then they cannot pick their produce until it's vine ripe. And that is
Okay.
a huge difference between having grocery store versus freeze dried. So ours is going to be vine ripe picked. And then they usually freeze it at the facility of the farmers. They have freezers there.
Wow. Okay.
And so they freeze it there, and then we accept that food in its frozen state, and we have a huge list of our steps that we take. If it doesn't reach that temperature, we're not going to accept the food.
Okay.
So there's a 40-step process that we have for our food.
Wow.
And so when we receive it in its frozen state, we do the freeze drying in our facility in Utah.
Okay. Okay. So what is it you think about freeze-dried foods that seems to turn people off?
I think it's new. People
Yeah.
are afraid of new things. And so, but with freeze drying, they'd be shocked. You just have to try it.
Yeah.
And so what's great with our company is that we want you to try it. And so we're a home party business. And so we want to teach you. We want to educate you on this food. And so we offer free in-home tastings so you
Okay.
can try it, learn how to cook with it, see the benefits, that you never have to pick up a knife again to chop an onion. Like, it's just done. And so there's just, we want you to experience that with us. The
Right.
joy of cooking again back in the kitchen.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, I remember, I was a kid when the whole NASA program was
Mm-hmm.
first starting, and so that's my early memory of freeze-dried
ice cream?
Freeze-dried ice cream, exactly. It's like, this is so cool, but it was kind of a novelty,
It
know,
was,
and you
yeah.
thought, okay, that's
Still
for
is, Tom,
astronauts.
come on.
Well, I know, but I mean, I think that's, from my perception, that's what people kind of think of, and they think,
Yeah.
well, this is just, this is not
It's
real
astronaut
food.
food,
It's
right? I
astronaut
get that a
food,
lot.
and it doesn't taste good, and all that.
I
It's
think
going
a
to taste
lot
like
of
it's been
people
freeze-dried.
are referring to dehydrated food.
Yeah, that could be.
Dehydrated food doesn't taste good.
Right.
I'll admit it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's shriveled because it's using heat to preserve the food. And so you're partially taking away those nutrients because when we cook food, a lot of nutrients will go away.
Right.
But with freeze drying, we're not using the heat. We're taking that frozen state and just dropping the temperature down so the water's evaporated. So it's not the heat that is preserving the food.
Okay.
It's just the water being removed and the oxygen. And so when you have freeze dried compared to dehydration, it's drastic.
Really?
The color is huge. And for kids are not really going to eat dehydrated food most of the time because it shrivels
Looks-
up.
yeah,
it
looks
looks
bad.
old.
Yeah.
It tastes different, and there's a lot of extra sugar that they add into dehydrated food than they do freeze dried because
Okay.
freeze dried doesn't add any sugar.
Interesting. Okay, very good. So one of the things I was doing some research,
Mm-hmm.
and you said that freeze drying was been around for ages, and it really has. I found an article that tied the origins of freeze drying back to 15th century in the Incas in South America, because they lived Machu Picchu, which is up in about over a mile high. I forget how high it is, but it was the atmosphere there was just vaporized, under the low air pressure, and the water vapor just kind of came out of the foods. And so I think they stumbled on it by accident, but then they realized this was a good way to preserve foods.
Yeah.
So this has been around, like you said, forever, just about.
Mm-hmm.
And that's interesting. So you mentioned earlier that, having the fruits and vegetables picked at the right time really affects the nutritional aspects of your food. So how does that compare to grocery stores?
So if you have your own garden
Yeah.
and you're able to pick that blueberry when it's actually that dark, beautiful purple color, it tastes sweet.
Right.
When we go to the grocery store and get our blueberries, it's like a gamble. I don't know if it's going to be tart or sweet or, there's a couple that are moldy in there. There's always like this gamble of what our food's going to be like.
Right.
We don't have that. There is so much consistency in freeze-dried food because they all taste this. It's all perfect.
Right.
It was picked when it was supposed to be picked. So like broccoli and spinach, for example, lose over 50% of their nutrients. Every day it just sits out on the shelf at the grocery store.
Wow.
And so it's a huge difference when you're picking it, and then when it's ripe, when it has the most nutrients, that's when the fruit and vegetables get their nutrients, is like the last 2 weeks. But when
okay.
they're picked premature, it never got a chance to get that nutrients.
And it's not going to ripen when it's
No,
not
'cause
connected
by
to the
the
plant
time they
anymore.
ship it to wherever it was picked, because
Right.
we don't know where the Fuji apples were picked, right, at HEB or Kroger, wherever we go. But when we get to them at the grocery store, they're frozen, right? They freeze all their food to at least make it last as long as possible. But I mean, there's strawberries that are yellow still because they haven't ripened yet. So that's a big difference between the grocery store and freeze dried.
Okay. Well, very good. So tell me, what's the most popular product that your customers buy?
It'll probably surprise you, and I have it here. It's corn. Actually,
Really?
that's the most popular product, is our freeze-dried corn, because it's non-GMO. There's no
Okay.
pesticides on it. It's not fake. This is real corn, and it's just freeze-dried. It's so light and airy. It surprises almost everyone.
And you just
that
eat it
tries
out of the packet like
you
that?
can eat it out of the packet like this. You can, if you're having it for supper, just adding a little bit of water on the stove, let
Okay.
it simmer for 2 minutes, and you have the perfect corn. You don't need salt. You don't need butter. It's just perfectly sweet. You can
Wow.
add it in salads because it's a little crunchy.
Right.
It's just awesome. Yeah.
And that's the number one.
Do you want to try it? I mean,
No,
I
we
know
don't have to
people
do that
can't
right
try
now.
it right now, but
Well,
yeah, this is the number one
Interesting.
product.
I never would have guessed corn.
I figured. Yeah. So
Yeah.
fruits and vegetables are the most popular that we
Okay.
have.
That is awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, very good. So we've been talking with Aaron Malwitz, a consultant for Thrive Life. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the one thing that you want people to know and understand about Thrive Life. So stay with us.
A Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show, with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
From the beginning, the main purpose of the Cooperative Extension Service has been to change human behavior by teaching people how to apply the results of scientific research. By utilizing a holistic, multi-level approach, Extension family and community health programs encourage health and well-being for everyone, addressing values, concerns, and needs with reliable science-based information. Extension programs help people lead healthier lives. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
The Hispanic Chamber Connection is sponsored by the Yamel Insurance Agency, located at 719 Sawdust Road, Suite 103, the Woodlands, Texas. The Yamel Agency is a family-owned insurance agency that provides home, life, automobile, and umbrella insurance coverage. Since 2006, the Yamel Agency has been a bilingual insurance service for businesses and private citizens in the Montgomery County area. For more information on the Yamel Insurance Agency, please visit the Hispanic Chamber Connection at www.irlonestar.com/HCC. The Yamel Insurance Agency is available by telephone at 832-525-5656 or online www.yamelagency.com. The Yamel Insurance Agency is a sponsor of this program, and the Hispanic Chamber Connection thanks you.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Hispanic Chamber Connection, a radio program that features and promotes members of the Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. My name is Tom Brody. I'm the Vice President of Membership of the Chamber. If you have any questions that you'd like to ask Aaron Malwitz of Thrive Life, please text him to me at 713-906-3710. So, Aaron, we talked about when we went to break that you're going to tell us what the one thing that you wanted people to know and understand about Thrive Life is. So what is that one thing?
I think it's our mission is bigger than just selling freeze-dried food.
Okay.
And so 5% of our proceeds go to our nonprofit organization is Thriving Nations.
Okay.
And so this has
Interesting.
been able to fund and give back to communities around the world. So right now we've been working in Kenya, and so we've been able to build Kenya a school because of the profits from Thrive Life.
Oh, awesome.
And so our goal is to help individuals around the world become more self-reliant. We want to educate them, and we've helped them get water cisterns for them. We've right now our goal was to help fund the education for our kids to go to high school. And so instead of just one child, now all of them are able to have full ride scholarships to attend high school. So we
That's
want
awesome.
everyone to have a thriving life. And by your purchases, it helps do that.
Very good. Now, is that, because I was looking at your website briefly, is that mentioned anywhere? I don't remember seeing that anywhere.
It's there. It's on the bottom. We have
Okay.
a ton of videos. There's some on Facebook as well as also all over YouTube. So
Okay.
Thriving Nations. Check
Okay.
it out.
Thriving
It's-
Nations. Okay.
I've had a lot of friends that went to Kenya this last trip that they've had, and just life-changing for anyone.
Right.
So
No, I can
It's
only
really
imagine.
amazing.
Yeah, it's one of those
Yeah.
things. It really
touches your heart, right?
makes you think about how blessed you are
Yes.
to live in this country,
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah, we throw away so much food.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think people understand that. Like, just on a weekly basis, when we're looking at what we have in the drawer, a lot of times our joke at Thrive Life is that we put food in the produce drawer because it's really where they die. Like, sadly, it's true.
Yeah.
Like, we've thrown
Yeah.
away mushrooms, right? Because they're slimy, and
Right.
spinach, so that's bad. And other areas of the world, we forget what they're living like. And we forget that they don't have those blessings that we
Right.
have. And so to be able to share that with others is great.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. So you have a ribbon cutting coming up
Yes.
with the Chamber this Thursday. So what kind of products will you have, and what can people try if they come?
Oh, yes. Please come. This is going to be exciting. I've got everything from breakfast to lunch to how to make dinner in 15 minutes. I have a huge assortment of fruits and veggies you're going to try, and also our big baking line of different treats. So if you
Okay.
need to have a treat really fast to make for someone, Thrive is huge with our baking products. And so I also have some homemade guacamole being made by one of my Thrive customers, who's
Okay.
a dear friend of mine. So of really teaching you, like, you can use our products and just substituting it in. And so making it quicker, easier, and it's going to taste fantastic.
That's tremendous. Okay. So for the ribbon cutting, if you go out to the Chamber's website that's out there as an event, and that's actually you can go out to our new website as well, mytexaschamber.com, and go to the calendar, and then just scroll down for the June 20th, and you actually see the address there. So if you're not sure where the open house is going to be, the address is there. Starts at 5:30, right?
5:30.
So by all means, please come out and try this stuff, because I have to admit, I had tried some at a previous meeting and was just blown away. Because I guess we talked about a little bit before freeze-dried ice cream and kind of that whole concept of freeze-dried food not tasting good, and it was amazing.
Don't
I
worry,
was
I'm
surprised.
going to change your mind, and everyone
Oh,
else
I'm sure you will. I just that little taste. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, this is just, it was
Never would have
surprising.
known.
Yeah. So, and I also see from your website that Thrive has food to go options where you
Yes.
just add water in a small container or pouch, and then you're good to go. So you have a refueling meal. So, are you going to have some of these samples at
Yes,
the
we are.
ribbon
And
cutting
that's
as well?
like we said earlier with our home parties, we want you to try it. We
Yeah.
want you to see what this is like, what we're talking about. And so these are fantastic. A lot of people would see this, something similar to this at REI or
Right.
Academy, right?
Yeah.
For camping or hiking. And they're MREs that don't really taste great. There's
Yeah.
tons of sodium in them. But this is different. This is on the go for every day. And so I've actually packed this. This is our smoothie bowl. And so there's coconut, pineapple, granola, mango, chia seeds, and protein powder in here. 12 grams of protein in here. All you had to do is add cold water, stir it up, let it sit for about a minute. So you can
Really?
store these in your office desk. You can
Yeah.
just put them in your purse or briefcase. It's simple, easy. taking them on the go. And the same with our to-go line. So this is a chicken fajita. Yes, there's chicken in there. It is
Wow.
cooked. It's freeze-dried. It's our grilled chicken.
Yeah.
You're adding just a quarter cup of hot water, which you can get in your office,
Yeah.
right? Pour it in, Ziploc it shut because it's a Mylar bag. It's going to keep it hot. And
Oh,
you're just
wow.
allowing just a couple of minutes to make that chicken soft because that's the only thing we removed from the food was the water.
Right.
So super great on
That's
the go. But
amazing.
yes, we will be sampling those
Okay.
at the event. Really easy to find. So hope you come.
Oh, that's just awesome. So I guess the one thing that people might ask too is that, well, how does this compare pricing to regular groceries?
Okay.
Right. So tell us how that compares.
So a lot compares. So with the grocery stores,
Yeah.
have you seen packets, not of corn, I know there's not corn, but of
Right.
strawberries, right? Freeze-dried strawberries, or they have freeze-dried apples.
Yeah.
We have more net weight in our packaging, and it's actually cheaper
Really?
than the grocery stores.
Yeah.
A lot of our products, most of them come in cans. Now, this is a small can, and I know you can't really see it online anywhere else, but this, and then we have a larger can, which is about 2.5 cans, small cans inside the big can.
Okay.
Shelf life of this is 25 years when it's not opened.
25 years.
Okay, if you buy something off the shelf of the grocery store, the maximum would probably be 18 months
Right.
if it's in a can.
Right.
Okay, when it is opened, you still have a year to use it. Now, I still
Wow.
have cans in my pantry, and you don't have to put it in the fridge, okay? This
Yeah.
is just in your pantry. I have cans of onions and spinach and green chili peppers, and they're just sitting there, and they're fine,
Right.
and I use it when I need it. And so I can keep those on, and I'm still using my spinach, and I opened it up in April.
Oh my gosh. That's
It
just
still
unbelievable.
has the great color, and you're going to see all that at the ribbon cutting.
Right. That's just amazing. Okay. Well, I guess the one thing that we've seen all the different types of things, or we've talked about all the different types of foods that you have. So is Thrive positioning itself as kind of a one-off meal replacement, or more of a lifestyle change, or what's the real goal here?
We are positioning ourselves to be the new grocery store.
Okay.
It's the new grocery store for you that you may think is the future grocery store. So yes, you still need to go to the grocery store. We don't have guacamole, or we don't have avocados.
Right.
We're all hoping for it, right? And we continually are improving our stuff, but you still need to go to the grocery store for things.
Okay.
But we are continually growing, and we have launched over 30 new products just in 2 years.
Wow.
And so the company is growing like crazy. We have a new launch happening in September of this year, which I don't know what it is, but they're telling us it's just as big as these cups. So
Okay.
this is big again. We're constantly getting more items out there.
Right.
So this is the new grocery store you didn't know about.
Wow, that's awesome. And so everything is available on your website. And
Everything is online on the
Okay.
website. Everything will ship free to you when it's over $100. You
Okay.
can always pause your delivery or stop it. You can change the date. It's so simple to use. There's no hidden fees anywhere.
Okay.
We're just trying to give you great food at
So
a great price.
You said you can stop the delivery, so you can set up kind of a routine delivery if there's things that you like to order all the time.
They have it will show you in 3 months increments.
Okay.
And every single month we have 10 items that are on sale. And then we have very random flash sales. So right now there's a flash sale happening. It's starting, I believe, on Friday.
Okay.
And so up to 55% off on different items. So those happen continually. We have a huge sale in April and in Thanksgiving for Black Friday.
Okay.
So when I'm getting my food shipped free and I'm getting like my apples at half off, this is a no-brainer. And
Right.
it's not going to spoil on you. So
That's amazing.
this is the new grocery store.
Yeah. Okay. One thing you mentioned before is having home parties.
Yes.
So, do you have to have a lot of people, together to
No,
do that?
no.
How do those work?
No, so I come to your home, or if that scares you, then you can come. And we can meet somewhere else, and
Okay.
it's just trying it. What's great with these new to-goes is just bringing this and allowing you to see how the freeze drying works. This has vegetables in it, has meat in it, has our seasoning in it. So
Right.
you're able to sample. We want you to try this food. So yes, I come. It's great if you want to bring a ton of people so that you can share. We have amazing host benefits because we know that when you share the food, people buy because it's word of mouth, and they've tried it, and
Right.
they're advocates for it, and they want you to try it as well. And so, but we want to benefit everyone.
Okay. That is perfect. Perfect. So tell us again what's the best way to contact you?
So best way is email. You can call me, but I will probably have to leave a message because I
Right.
sometimes get busy. I'll admit it.
Yeah.
But you can always call me or email me, Facebook message me. But go ahead and click on the website. So it's order.thrivelife.com.
Okay. Very
And you'll
good.
see my profile and everything there, and you'll have all the education. When we do these home parties, we really want to educate you.
Right.
Our food is not going to be in a grocery store. So you're not going to see it at H-E-B on the shelf. And we could if we wanted to, but we don't think that you would understand it. If
Okay.
you saw freeze-dried corn, you probably wouldn't buy it.
Right.
Or you wouldn't understand the benefits of it. And this is why we do a home party business.
Okay.
We want to teach you. We want to educate you. We want you to have a friend to call that's going to give you new recipes and really help you in what your needs are for the food.
Okay. Well, very good. So what's been your biggest surprise since you've been a consultant for Thrive Life?
How much I love doing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think in learning how I can help people that I didn't expect. I have a customer that suffers from anorexia, and she cannot imagine eating food because of the weight of it, about gaining weight
Okay.
in that circumstance. Her mom was able to introduce her to Thrive Life chicken because it's lightweight. And she just eats it dry like that. She eats the vegetables dry because it's crunchy. We naturally like crunchy foods like chips and crackers.
Yeah.
And so she is getting more nutrition now than she ever did before. And
Wow.
she is not in a hospital. So those stories keep me going to keep doing this.
Right.
Because I know this food will help make everyone else have a better, thriving life.
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay. Well, very good. Well, we've been talking with Erin Malwitz, a consultant for Thrive Life. And when we come back, we're going to hear about some of the other benefits of this new food. Stay with us.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show. With monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
What is homelessness? Have you seen parents struggle to find a job without having transportation or childcare? What about the children sleeping in cars with nothing to eat? Families shouldn't have to struggle to survive, and children should not be homeless. Family Promise of Montgomery County serves the needs of homeless families and their children. Learn about ways you can help and learn about partnership opportunities at www.familypromiseofmc.org or call our day center at 936-441-8778.
The Hispanic Chamber Connection is sponsored by the Yamel Insurance Agency, located at 719 Sawdust Road, Suite 103, the Woodlands, Texas. The Yamel Agency is a family-owned insurance agency that provides home, life, automobile, and umbrella insurance coverage. Since 2006, the Yamel Agency has been a bilingual insurance service for businesses and private citizens in the Montgomery County area. For more information on the Yamel Insurance Agency, please visit the Hispanic Chamber Connection at www.irlonestar.com/HCC. The Yamel Insurance Agency is available by telephone at 832-525-5656 or online www.yamelagency.com. The Yamel Insurance Agency is a sponsor of this program, and the Hispanic Chamber Connection thanks you.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Hispanic Chamber Connection. It's a radio program that features and promotes members of the Texas Gulf Coast Chamber of Commerce. My name is Tom Brody. I'm Vice President of Membership for the Chamber. If you have any questions you'd like to ask our guest, Erin Malwitz, please text them to me at 713-906-3710. One thing I want to mention, if if you're a member of the Hispanic Chamber and you're not receiving our newsletter, please send me an email at tom@tombrody.biz, and we can get you added to that, because we do share a lot of information through our newsletter. And if you're not getting it, you're missing out. So not only, the meeting notices and the addresses of where the meeting is going to be, information like the ribbon cutting that Aaron's going to have this week, things like that you just want to be on top of. So if you're not getting the newsletter, please send me an email, or catch me at the next event that you see me at. So our next event this week is on Thursday in the Galleria. We have our monthly meeting there. But by all means, plan on coming out to Aaron's place and sample some of this awesome stuff, this awesome food. I tried it before, and it's one of those things. If you don't think you'll like freeze-dried foods, come try it, because she's going to definitely change your mind about what you think or what you thought freeze-dried food was all about, because this is something it really is amazing. So the one thing we kind of alluded to before, and this part of the world is very much susceptible to it. June 1st was the start of hurricane season. And one of the things that always happens whenever we have a hurricane in this part of the country is that we lose power, right? And so it's hard to cook food when you have no power. But hopefully you've got water, right? And so the Thrive Life foods would seem to be a natural fit, right? And talk about that in the storage capacity and just what that means.
Yeah. So when I started with the company becoming a consultant, it was about 2.5 years ago. And previously before that, we had Hurricane Ike, and what was it, 2008,
yeah.
I believe. And I had a couple extra adults living with us, and the grocery stores were closed because the storm was hitting. And I had what I had. Like, that was it.
Right.
And so when I realized after that storm how much water we drank, and how much food that I needed to have on hand, and I felt stumped of what I could even make.
Right.
Like, when the power goes out, it's like, what can I cook?
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
what is left?
Right.
Pancakes? I don't know. And so I really decided to really venture in deep in with freeze drying to better understand. Because if you have dehydrated food that you're trying to store, if you're having a hurricane, you're trying to be a prepper or whatever name you want to call it, and you have little kids, their kids are not going to eat it.
Right.
They're not used to it.
Yeah.
And it's very different if you are taking something dehydrated and trying to force your kids to eat it when they're used to other stuff from the grocery store. So I really ventured into this being a little bit better prepared. And so I created a 72-hour kit. A lot of us in Houston, if we do have a big storm like we had with Harvey or anything else that we've had recently, even just our flash floods can happen in an instant, right? We don't have time to go to the store and pack up. But of having these cans, they're lightweight, and I'm able to put them in my backpack. And so my 72-hour kit is 25 years worth of food. And so it's not going to spoil on me. My daughter, that's 10, can carry the backpack. It's not that big of a deal.
Right.
I have fruits. I have meats. I have dairy. I have yogurt in there. And I have vegetables. So we're okay, because really our emergency from Houston is we're going to be stuck in traffic on 45 or I-10.
Right.
And we're stuck.
Yeah.
And what do you have in your car? Can you be okay with that? So that's kind of my 72-hour kit, is just getting us out of the city, right? But this food's not going to go bad on us. And so with Hurricane Harvey, I didn't go to the grocery store for several weeks, and I was fine. I can have any meal that I want.
Right.
I have all the meats that I need, and it's not using stuff from the freezer. It's just I have it on hand, and so I can make something really quickly just adding water to it.
That is awesome. And so even if you needed to heat water for some of the other meals, so that's easily done.
Usually
pretty
I have
much.
gas stove, and so I can heat up the water. Super simple. But being able to use this food and just nothing really changed in my day, so that I can take that time and use it of helping others. Because we needed to help clean up our neighborhoods, and we had to help other families that were less fortunate than we were.
Right.
So
okay. Well, very good. Now, one of the things that we were talking a little bit off air, you've been doing this about what you said 2.5 years
being a consultant.
Okay.
Yes.
And you've got how many customers now?
At least 1,000 probably.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I mean,
we all got to eat, right?
Well, exactly. But you wouldn't think that there's that many. I wouldn't think that there's that many people who are actually using the product.
Yeah. Yeah.
So are people like gung-ho into it? They're buying the meals and everything else?
It changes because it depends. It's great because you can have your delivery and
Okay.
then pause it for a little bit. It's okay.
Right.
And then pick it up again because we have those Black Friday sales, and then stock up on what you love and your family loves, and then maybe pause it again.
Yeah.
So life has its different moments in our journeys that we have, and because of the flexibility with Thrive, it's perfect for every lifestyle.
Yeah. So you talked about that you had meats available. What kind of
Yes.
meats do you have?
So we have 3 different types of chicken. So the
Wow.
fajita to go has the grilled chicken, which is my
Okay.
personal favorite. It's very thin. You can even see the grill marks on the chicken.
Okay.
We have a chopped chicken, which is great for chicken noodle soup or enchiladas if you're making that. Anything that you're just wanting a really fine, smaller piece of chicken.
Okay.
It's in our chicken salad as well.
Yeah.
And then we have chopped chicken, which is just a thicker piece if you were doing like a bigger fajita or
Okay.
any such thing.
Okay.
We have a shredded beef, which is also a family favorite. So tender, just adding water. Benefits of having these meats are not greasy. And so you're not having to drain the fat. And
Wow.
because I used to get heart problems with grease, and so I don't have any of those digestive problems anymore with
Okay.
that. We have ground sausage, which is fantastic. Freeze-dried hamburger meat, so it's already crumbled up. So if you're making a pasta,
Okay.
you just want to add some extra meat in there, just dump a little handful in there. So
That's
it's just
amazing.
the convenience of it. So
Right.
whether you're cooking for my family of 6 or you're cooking for one person, if it's just you, you have the ability to do that. So instead of having to thaw a pound of hamburger meat, but you don't need a pound of hamburger meat,
Right.
you can scoop out what you need.
That's awesome. I'm looking at the catalog of all the different foods. You've got bakery items in here, right?
Yep.
Brownie mixes, macaroon cookie mixes. I
Yeah,
think
come to the ribbon ceremony. There'll be some macaroons there,
that
I
is
promise. They're
this
yummy.
is just amazing. I mean, it really is pretty amazing.
The huge benefit with having freeze-dried food is that we're not going to have a food recall. So right now, currently, Kroger had a food recall on their frozen berries. I don't know if you knew this.
No, I didn't see that.
So one thing is that you didn't know, right?
Yeah.
Because Kroger can't inform you that there's a recall because there was salmonella poisoning in their frozen berries.
Wow.
If you were online and you by chance came across it, then you would have known. But because we're using freeze-dried food, we're picking it at its perfection. Because we have that 40-step process to make sure that food is safe,
Right.
you're not going to get salmonella poisoning. And so we don't have food recalls because it doesn't happen with
Yeah.
using that freeze-dried food. So our food is safe. It's dependable. It's going to taste the same. You're not going to have to pick out a moldy one and throw it out.
Right.
It's just a great option for you.
That's awesome. So do you have any idea? I'm just kind of throwing something.
It's okay.
Do you have any idea about how many customers Thrive Life has nationwide? I mean, if you have
I don't know.
if you have 1,000, that's a pretty good indication that it's not just a niche product anymore.
No, it's not. I know with Canada alone, their consultants I think we have more consultants in Canada than we do in the United States.
Wow.
Which is just in the past 2 years since I've joined.
Okay.
It's growing like crazy. And I'm the big girl here in Houston, so I'm trying to spread this and let you all know it's really big in the West Coast.
Okay.
It's trickling down in the East Coast because we're not in that grocery store. This is word of mouth for us, and
Right.
we're trying to share it so we can teach you how to use it.
Okay.
But yeah, there's lots of different YouTube things online that you can check it out at Thrive Life. The website's order.thrivelife.com.
Okay. Well, very good. We've been talking with Aaron Malwitz of Thrive Life. This is the Hispanic Chamber Connection. We will talk to you guys next week.
Thanks for checking out this show on Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station. This show is owned and produced by Lone Star Community Radio and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. For more information about the show, to be a guest, or to sponsor, just contact the studio at 936-647-3776 to leave a message, or email us at lscrstudios@gmail.com.